Hi, I'm Megan McKinley with Crave Wholeness Health Empowerment Coaching. I work with women who are looking to get off the diet roller coaster so they can start living a more full life with tons of energy and confidence. So I'm here today to share with you my #1 tip for eliminating cravings. And we talked about this a little bit last time. But I want to emphasize that the only way to kick your sugar habit or your carb cravings is to go cold turkey. That's right. You heard me. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's by far the most effective and the least frustrating at the end of the day. So I want to talk more about that, but first I want to discuss more about something I mentioned last time, which is the stray cat principle, because I think this really helps illustrate what we are trying to accomplish by eliminating cravings cold turkey. So what do we know about stray cats? We know that they are very smart. They have figured out a way to survive in some harsh elements. And one way that they have figured out how to survive is to latch onto humans. They get us to feed them, to house them, sometimes even to adopt them, right? But if you have no intention of adopting a stray cat, we know that feeding it one time, even just once, creates a very powerful relationship, and the cat will, without fail, be back on your doorstep the very next day, meowing and purring and pawing at your door and wanting the same service, right? So you might feed it for a few days thinking that it's a harmless act, and it's really cute, right? It's a very loving relationship at first. But then you get annoyed and you start to get tired of this cat that keeps coming around and bothering you. And you know that to not feed it doesn't help because it just meows louder. Maybe you don't feed it one day and the next day it shows up, it's at the bottom of your driveway as you're trying to back out on your way to work. Maybe it's brought an arsenal of its friends and has staged a revolt. I mean, truly, it's this phenomena that happens with stray cats. You cannot get them to go away. It's a double-edged sword. And so rather than giving in and feeding it again, which only perpetuates the cycle, what we have to do is draw a firm line in the sand, which is hard because cats are adorable and very persuasive. And of course, when it's coming around nagging you, it can be easier to just give in and feed it rather than to deal with all of that. But if you stand firm, hold your ground, and after a couple of days, the cat will come around more infrequently, and eventually it will go away. Now, you may still see the cat wandering through your neighborhood, looking for its next prey or, victim, but you know what happens if you feed that cat, and you now have the power again. The way that this relates to cravings, of course, is that I like to use an analogy around truffles. I love truffles. I got a box for Christmas, and I was having one after dinner as a special treat, which is fine. It was delicious. And then after a couple of days, I started to have 2 truffles, and then 3. And the day that I reached for the 4th truffle after dinner was a day that I said, no more. I drew my line in the sand and said, I really need to give my body a chance to come off of this drug, right? This is what happens when we have any addiction. And it really is an addiction, and it's not our fault. We've been conditioned through food engineering to crave sugar and salt and fat, especially in a very specific ratio. And so you have the best opportunity for success if you can just reboot your system, reboot your taste buds, and give your body a fresh start. And this happens with all of my clients that go through my Clean Eating Challenge, which is a 2-week program where we figure out how to eliminate cravings and eat clean. So we're detoxing our body, maximizing our energy, improving digestion and immune function, losing weight, all kinds of great benefits I'm sure you'll learn more about. But the biggest thing is at the end of 7 days, after they fought through a few hard days of cravings, they are in a much better place. They report having no cravings, and they are set up for success on any diet plan that I put them on or that they are on their own. And so just keep that in mind when you're feeling resistant to the idea of going cold turkey, and I promise you'll have great results. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I want to encourage you to visit my website, www.cravewholeness.org, and sign up for the newsletter. You can get videos just like this one delivered to your inbox every single week, and we'll have a lot of fun together that way. So until next time, take care, sending you lots of health and love your way.